Hello, FNAF fans! Welcome to my 2024 plush collection video. I know I haven't posted in a while. Sorry. But I just haven't been thinking of good video ideas. But don't worry, there will be videos coming in the future, and I'll talk about some of them today. Let's get straight into the plush collection. First up is Toy Freddy. Technically the main character. I keep these guys held up with the Freddy Faz bottles because I just find it easier. And of course, his pal Toy Bonnie. And then their evil counterparts, Clone Toy Freddy and Clone Toy Bonnie. Now, eventually, I was going to turn Clone Toy Bonnie into a Shadow Bonnie, but I just didn't like the idea so far, so I just haven't got to it. Next up is going to be Jumbo Toy Bonnie. I was going to use him for a superhero video where the characters got superpowers, and then Toy Bonnie was going to be able to turn giant. Next up is Jumbo Moon. And my Jumbo son's right up there, so I'm not going to worry about him. Next up is Santa Freddy. He always looks sad for some reason. I don't know why. He just does that. It's just his thing. And, of course, Jumbo Cupcake. Oh, worst part about plushies, they do not stand up. It's absolutely awful. Oh, and Jumbo Baby also exists, so that's fun. Now, I also have a medium-sized tie-dye Foxy plushie. I have no idea where I got that. It just arrived in the mail one day. I didn't even order it. Oh, and I will not be going by game or any order. I'm just going to grab them and then put them there, because I just really can't be bothered. Next up, we have Candy. Now, I did have a different Candy that I turned into Cora. I have no idea where it is. I completely lost it. And I tried to find it for like 4 hours, and I failed. Next up, we have a tie-dye Roxanne. These guys, for some reason, are so difficult to find. Like, I can barely find any of them. I only have two, and that's the tie-dye Roxanne and then tie-dye Glamrock Freddy. Funko really failed with these plushies. They look nothing like their counterparts. But, oh well. Next up, I'm going to do a custom Scream plushie that was used for the Halloween special that Nightmare Freddy was actually piloting, but that's not a canon video, so I don't really care. So we're just going to put Glamrock Freddy right here. Next up, we got Roxy. Now, I did modify a lot of my plushies because I just simply don't like how they look. And that's why most of my plushies look all weird. Next up is the very lovable Nightmare Chica. You obviously used a Jacko Chica, and I actually really liked how the Nightmare Chica turned out. I made her look all goofy and stupid just because that's how I feel like Nightmare Chica really is. So she's going to go right here, right next to Roxanne. And then next up is my Withered Foxy custom. His hook kept falling off, and I just have no way to get it on, and I think I need to redo his legs. I used duct tape for them, and they're just constantly falling off. I used a Rockstar Foxy plushie and not a normal Foxy because I feel like Rockstar Foxy's plush shape is a lot closer to Withered Foxy's. Also, I've gotten a lot of comments about the metal thing right here, and it's just, I don't know why, but when I first got him, I put this, hook collar on him, and I just never bothered to take it off, and it's just from something from my childhood. I just really don't know, but he needs to be modified badly. Next up is everyone's favorite Glamrock Freddy. Now, you're probably wondering why some of these characters are dressed up like this, and it's from my Dungeons & Dragons series. I really suggest to go watch it. Apparently, it was one of my most popular series, which I'm honestly sad about. My YouTube videos don't get many views, but my TikToks do. Not TikToks, YouTube Shorts. I'm such an idiot. There you go. I'm putting you right next to Withered Foxy. Look at that. Call you the Sharp Teeth Gang. That's so stupid. I'm just gonna give up in life. Next up is Papa Steak. He hasn't been seen in a video in a while just because I can't find anything funny to do with him. He's just a grumpy old dude, so yay. Next up is Clone Luigi, or I like to call him Luigi. Don't ask, that's the first name I came up with. Yes, it is lazy. And now we have Luigi. So he's gonna go right next to his counterpart, and the only way I can tell these guys apart is by this band, because I'm stupid, and yes. Another fan favorite character is Nightmare Foxy. He is the healer of the Dungeons & Dragons group, even though he doesn't have any healing moves. Don't ask me about that. Next up is Hugging Jay Williker, who's wearing Diddy Kong's shirt because I swapped their shirts just because I like it better. Next up is my custom Molten Freddy. I really like how he turned out. He did have an ear that was attached by a couple of wires, but it kept falling off, so I just left it. I have no idea where his ear is right now, but this is actually one of my very first customs, and I really liked how it turned out. It was at the expense of my Funtime Freddy. Another fun custom is my Fetch that I made out of a high score Toy Bonnie extra that I had. And I really like how it turned out. His muzzle is hard as heck, but it's fun because it's mostly filled with glue. So, yeah. It's going to go right here, right next to Luigi. Next up is Toy Chica and her bully hat that she had. I got that off an Among Us character, but I felt like it was better for just, like, videos and stuff. So, I actually find the Among Us plushies pretty useful because you can just, like, cut off their, little costume items, and then you can just use them for, like, extra fabric and crap. So, I find them pretty useful. Another custom that I have is my, Burnt Foxy that's based on the Gmod characters. My Burnt Foxy is a little bit of a custom, so that's just how he is. Don't ask why I had a Burnt Foxy, or why I made a Burnt Foxy, or if I'm ever going to use a Burnt Foxy, because I'm not. And don't ask why I made it. I was a kid, and I was stupid. Next up is everyone's favorite Red Bear with his Christmas lining. He still has that. Everybody loves Red Bear, Toy Freddy's house owner. He's basically like the Mr. Goodman of this universe. Jesus Christ. Next up, Monty. I was going to make a whole video of him losing his legs, and then he was going to get robot legs. That's why this is here. It's for me to put in magnets. But that video got scrapped because it just wouldn't work out no matter how hard I tried. So Monty's is just this now. This is Monty. Until I get another Monty, this is Monty. And you'll see what happened to his legs. And you've actually already seen what happened to his legs in one video, but it's just... I'll show you when I pull out the plushie. Next up is everybody's favorite Madame Leona, my custom Mangle plushie. I like how I have her as Madame Leona. It's honestly one of my favorite characters, even though I don't use her often. I love the character Madame Leona. It's one of my favorites. Spider Freddy's greatest villain is Big Fist, but he's now Big Claw because he went to the Dungeons and Dragons universe to reclaim his crystal, but he got trapped there because the crystal got lost or destroyed. I haven't messed with the franchise in a while. But, yep. And of course, the amazing floating Sun's cape that he destroyed after killing her. And yes, the amazing floating Sun in my universe was a woman, even though Sundrop is a man. But I don't care. It worked better as a woman because I wanted it that way. Next up is Tie-Dye Springtrap, or I call him Tie Trap. But he comes in sometimes as my Springtrap villain, but you know. And then of course we have Wolfie, otherwise known as he's sometimes known as Freddy's dog, even though Freddy has a different dog. We're not gonna talk about him yet. But in the glitch event, he actually saved the Dungeons and Dragons characters from getting, vaporized by the Withered Bonnie villain. But we'll get back to that later. Next up, another custom is my Chocolate Chica that I just never put a head on because I just didn't. I ran out of wool and stuffing and I just never bothered to finish it. I'm very lazy. And then another villain we have is this version of Springtrap, which is actually a Scrap Trap that I modified with an eye patch because his eye fell out. I don't know how it fell out. His eye just popped out of socket. He was in that One Wild West video, there we go, that got copyrighted, but I left up anyway because I had to delete all my other copyright videos, and I didn't want to delete that one. Like my Easter video that got copyrighted. And a couple of my other videos that got copyrighted. YouTube likes to copyright my videos. But, who doesn't YouTube like to copyright? It's just how it is. Next up is Chief Banana. He's the chief of police. And then we have an exclusive plushie. I know we're going off. We went straight from video popular characters to not even been in a video before. But I'm just going to put some of my customs over here. Chocolate Freddy, Chocolate Bonnie that I like to call Choco. When I first got this plushie, I think I was like, I can't even remember how old I was, but I was young, and I carried this thing around everywhere because I loved it so much. But then we have a Jacko Bonnie with the tag, because I like to take characters with tags. And then this guy, who I took the tag off of because I'm stupid, and I used for Toy Freddy's Genie video, because I had nothing else to use for it, and then nobody likes him, so we're not even going to cover him. But I actually do want to talk about him. I love how they did this little printing right here. I actually kind of really like this plushie. I love how it turned out. I just wish it was more Balloon Boy-ish. But, you know, what can they do? And then my Burnt Bonnie plushie. Or sometimes it's actually been called Phantom Bonnie a couple times, but I like to call it Burnt Bonnie. But, you know, it can go both ways because of the green. It's really sad in FNAF 3 that we never got a Phantom Bonnie or ever, you know. It's upsetting. And then Liberty Chica, who I'll never use in a video because I can't think of anything useful. And then, of course, we have this guy. I do not know who this guy is, but I think he's the Pagos. Am I saying that right? Pagos Pizzeria? I don't know. I really don't care. Then my, X-Smart plushie. This guy is actually going to be the school teacher. I was going to use him for, like, a school video. I just never got around to making it because I don't have the budget because I'm poor. And then, of course, we have a Circus Bonnie with the tag. Now, I do have another Circus Bonnie, so I don't know if I want to make it custom or not. I did use most of the Circus plushies for the Killer Clowns in Outer Space remake that I did. That did not turn out very well, and I hate it. That's actually one of my most hated videos. Next up, we got Captain Foxy, who I never knew was an exclusive, apparently. He was Walmart exclusive. And then I got this guy, who has a stain on him, which I'm pissed about. I honestly have no idea how he got the stain. I think I bought him with it. I really don't know. And then, of course, we got Blackheart Bonnie, which took me over 3 months to get because I bought him. And then he literally came from, like, the other side of the world. I bought him, and then he had to be shipped all the way to where I was. So, it's awful. And then next up, we have Moon. I thought I messed up there. I thought I said sun, but no, I said moon. Okay, I'm not a complete idiot. And then we got my shadow. My very poorly made Shadow Freddy. I need to come back to him with a brand new marker. Or at least something. And then the director. I don't talk about him anymore. And then, of course, we have Firework Freddy that I actually was going to use for a 4th of July episode, but, you know, that video got scrapped, like a lot of my other videos, because I didn't know what to do for the rest of the video. I got fireworks for that video, and I still had to scrap it, because it just never worked out. And, of course, Live Wire Toy Freddy. You know, I already know I had to buy a Toy Freddy. Hold on, my plushies are getting stuck. Okay, getting back into, video characters. We got Glamrock Chica, otherwise known as Luigi's wife. Don't ask where that came from. It just happened. And next up, we have the Dungeon Master, or Puggos. Not Puggos. Puggos is the YouTuber, am I thinking of? I think I'm thinking of the YouTuber. There's a FNAF YouTuber called Puggos, right? Someone tell me in the comments if there's a FNAF YouTuber called Puggos, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of. Next up, we got Withered Bonnie is the villain of, well, he was the side villain of the Dungeons & Dragons series. And then I don't know why Funko released these guys and not just remade the original Nightmare characters. Because if we got a remake of Nightmare Bonnie, that would let a lot of people get a plushie similar to it, because Nightmare Bonnie is one of the most hardest plushies to find, and I would have really loved if they remade some of the more exclusives. Kind of like how they remade the Golden Freddy. I wish Golden Freddy was the same size as these guys, but Golden Freddy's a little bit bigger, and that's kind of what upsets me. Next up is Derp, who's who's a tattered Shadow Bonnie plushie. That's actually I turned into a puppet, so he slides on my hand. My finger can actually control his ear, and he just hasn't been seen in a video, even though he's storyline important. And then we have another Poggos. What is your name? I don't like him. He's not nice to me. And then this used to be the old clone Toy Bonnie until I got another Toy Bonnie plushie and made that asshole. Don't read into my language. I can say ass. Okay, next up is Police Banana, Officer Banana, and there's Huggy's old shirt. But that's just how it is. And then we have Chica Flippable Head, haven't been seen. Hugging Jay Williker's brother, that was only ever in one video, but he was actually in a trailer video for the Mexus event, but I'm not gonna read too much into that right now. Next up, we have Icy Freddy. I call him Icy Freddy because I can never fully remember his name because stupid. Okay, another exclusive character with the tag, High Score Toy Chica. Right here we have the Half Moon, Half Sun plushie. I got this guy recently. Thing is, he's called Eclipse or Ruined Sun, Ruined Moon. I honestly don't know what the character's name is. Yeah, next up we have the Pancake Lovin' Endo Bendo. Twisted Foxy, who I wasn't using in a video, but I just decided not to because I couldn't think of anything funny. A lot of videos get scrapped because they're just flat out not funny. Next up, we have Gingerbread Foxy, which I absolutely love. He has this little deer tail, and it's absolutely adorable. We also have the exclusive, whatever his name is, because I just don't know. We have my old Vanny, and I need to get a new one because I burnt her face doing a video. That's how a lot of my stuff gets ruined. My old Bambi plushie, which is a custom, that I need to redo because she's now a different color. Staffbot. And Green Goblin, he was going to be the villain for Spider Freddy. It was either 4 or 3, but I never got around to making a new Spider Freddy suit. So until now, he just sits in the darkness doing nothing, contemplating about how Spider-Man will never catch him now. And then Charlie, I call him Charlie even though that's not his name, because that's just what I do. Another Nightmare Freddy. This guy was going to be used for a video. I was going to label it, I think I was going to do Toy Chica's Kid, but that's not funny, and I couldn't find a way to make it family friendly without, so that's just going to go there. And then the amazing Floating Sun, who is dead, but, was brought back to life at the end of a certain video that I'm not going to name, that I have no idea if got canceled or not, except we have Funtime Foxy. She's part of the Girly Girl group, and I got her glasses, which is going to be for a future video, Funtime Foxy's glasses. And then the Lord and Savior himself, who is sent down to heaven to bless us all, Scotty Boy. We all love Scotty Boy. Okay, let's get into some non-important characters. First of all, we have him. He was in the Red vs. Blue, again, with another stain. What the hell is that from? He was in the Red vs. Blue video. Originally, I was going to have all of my plushies in the Red vs. Blue video. Well, all of the normal-sized ones. But that didn't work out due to it's just me making these videos. Sometimes I'll have help from a friend or something, but very rarely I will. So it's mainly just me. And then he was going to be in the second video for the Sonic Western Adventure series, but copyright, and so I couldn't do that anymore. So he was just forgotten to time. Then of course Lefty just without the star, because Lefty doesn't have a star because of, purposes. Sonic, of course, I can't use him anymore. He was in the Western Adventures, and I just have no way to bring him to the series. Vaporeon. I was going to do a Pokemon video. I don't have enough Pokemon, though. DJ Music Man. Pumpkin Friend. I was going to use him for a Halloween video. My Accurate Springtrap plush. I really like how he turned out. He's one of my favorite customs. Another custom we have is the Underwater Foxy, which I really love. We got Derp, who was going to be Twisted Foxy's son. And that was going to be the whole thing. He was kind of going to be like my Jeffy. But I didn't want to rip off SML to make content because I wanted to be my own channel. And not just have characters based on others. So that's why Red Bear and other characters just didn't show up anymore. It's because I wanted to be my own channel. Next up, we have Frank and Freddy, or Dreadbear, who is Toy Freddy's friend. We got Grim Foxy. Toy Chica's girlfriend. Yes. Don't ask. We're just going to go through a couple characters that don't matter that I'm just going to quickly, skip through. Here's my other Circus Bonnie. Are they called Circus Bonnie? I don't know if they were called Circus Bonnies or Clown Bonnie. I don't know if these were the circus ones and then these were the clown ones, or if they're all called circus. I don't know. Next up, we have Santa. Not Santa Freddy. He's just Santa. That's just the Santa of this world. This was from my St. Patrick's Day episode. He stole Freddy's lucky coin. Again, circus. Flippable head. I don't know why I have these. They're not very good plushies. I don't know why Funko made these. This one is a really fun plush. I just wish they remade the tie-dyes just as normal plushies. Like the normal FNAF ones, just remakes. But I don't know why they did that. Put in the comments if you like the tie-dye plushies, because I bet you not a single person does. Hi, System Error Toy Bonnie. Happy Frog. She was the better versions of Nightmare Freddy's gang. Balloon Foxy. Circus Foxy. I really don't know. Phantom BB. I honestly did not know this plushie actually exists. Twisted Freddy that my cat poked holes in. Rockstar Freddy, who's going to be important in the video. He was originally my clone Toy Freddy, but I just left it. I didn't like him. Luigi's Kid. Helpy, who I wish was a little smaller than the other plushies, but he's just the same size. Circus Foxy, Pig Patch. I don't like how sad he is. It makes me sad. Another Toy Freddy, Mr. Cupcake, another Badger guy. And of course, Phantom Freddy. I love how this plushie turned out. This is one of my best customs. And then Phantom Foxy, which is one of my worsts. And now we will get into the final plushie of this video. And that plushie is Mexus. Yep. He is a amalgamation of a bunch of different animatronics. This is his right man hand. And his giant robot. Here's his giant robot that you can see right here. And the any plushie can actually just slip right inside of it. So it's gonna be for a future video. But hope you guys enjoyed the 2024 The Toy Freddy Show plush collection. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye now.